Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Hey, TGIF it all. Just TGIF it all. Okay, so hi. Is everyone on your nerves today, or is it just me? Are you feeling some full moon irritation, or is it just me? Because, I had a whole slew of stupid dreams last night. One of the dreams, I remember, having a lover in it, and he was, so disappointing. I was like, really? That's it? And then I woke up, and I kind of felt, groggy because I had a little bit of wine last night, and then I came home and I had some kava and cannabis. So yeah, I don't know actually what I was thinking. I just wanted to sleep. Last night I wanted to get out of my head. I did, but today I'm like, ugh. So getting a late start here. It's 11:29. Pick a color: red, orange, or yellow. So that's what we're gonna do today. You could pick 1, 2, or 3 if you prefer numbers. Or which color are you drawn to most? Red, orange, or yellow? So I'm feeling like it was another long, quick week. How can something fly by yet still be feeling like it was long? It took a lot out of me, but yet, dang, where did the week go? So I am heading into my weekend kind of overwhelmed a little bit, because I'm behind schedule on my podcast. I got stuff to do. I'm going to go back to cleaning an office that I've been on break with over the last couple months because, well, quite frankly, I need the cash. The rabbits need food, the dogs need food, the kids need swimsuits, and the car needs gas. So yeah, I better get my ass back to work. What else? I don't know. I was sort of like a bitch last night in my head a little bit. So that's why I was I really want to sleep and quit bitching about life. And it just was I did pretty good, but then I went to ladies' night, and we were celebrating one of the ladies' birthdays, which she 100% deserves a birthday celebration. She is incredible, amazing. I love her. I love all those women. And so I'm trying not to be resentful that they just really did not give a shit about my birthday, which was just at the beginning of May. And, it was they had birthdays on either side, with other ladies, and they did their birthdays, but I'm not I guess an official member of the group yet. So anyways, I was sort of being weird a little bit in my head about that last night. I laughed because I get to, I pull into ladies' night and I park behind a vehicle and I look at the license plate, and it totally has my birthday in it, 5/4, and it was just funny because it was just on my mind. So it's kind of I shouldn't care, and I don't, and I actually really don't, okay? But my ego, my judgmental bitch does. And so she was just voicing rather loudly last night, and I was trying to read Rumi, and I read some Rumi poetry, and I listened to some music. And my mind was just yapping. So I finished off my kava tea, which I love from Yogi. And then I just hit that cannabis just ever so slightly enough to just shut up and pass out. So I literally kind of woke up really annoyed with my dream. I don't know what was going on about that in my dream. And Then I woke up to text messages from my ex-husband who was acting like an ex-husband, And like I'm like, ugh, I gotta get this annoyance away from me. I'm sure I have resting bitch face like real hard right now. But what else happened this week? We hung out with Golden Seal. That's our herb of the week. I don't really know if we gave it enough attention. Like, that's how the week feels. Like, it just flew by so much. But Golden Seal is all about healing and awakening and finding the light of hope in our darkness. So it's like, okay, so you're kind of a bitch today. Great, that's where we at. Let's find the hope, which is going to be gratitude. Even like if it feels like we are grudgingly getting to gratitude. Actually, that's what we'll be manifesting more of next week. If I can muster it to come back. Like I'm like in my mind, I'm like, take a week off. But like also in my mind, I'm like, no, because we're already like going to be recording up to Christmas to finish out my yearly goals. And so I'm going to just come back and keep going. Whether or not I can keep up with myself or not, I'm just going to keep going forward because it's 2020 and Archangel Michael said, live life like you've only got 6 months left. And that's what I'm trying to do. So, it was an interesting week. The tarot was interesting. Then like I went back and forth on that, whether like there's just so much debate and there's so much so many different sides to everything that is why I usually try to avoid controversial things and hot topics. And because like I really don't want there to be racism. I really don't, and then but like watching that video of Candace Owens being like, she's like, she's a black woman, and she's like, our black community is the only community that celebrates criminals, and she was like pissed. And then I'm like, geez, like I just did that too for you because I didn't know that George Floyd was a criminal, because you wouldn't know that like what the media says. Also interesting, Hillary had a court date. You never probably heard that on the media this week. They're just so corrupt. The media is just so corrupt. It's just disgusting. So anyways, I'm just disgusted. I even feel a little bit disgusted literally in my body today because I took a multivitamin. Like I feel like I need to take I don't always take a vitamin, but like my leg muscles were like kind of crampy and I'm like, oh, maybe I need to take a vitamin. So anyways, Golden Seal, that happened. I was in a good mood. I am still, no, I'm not actually. I'm going to be in a good mood today. I'm going to be in a good mood today. If it's the last thing I do, I'm going to be in a good mood. I did have a good laugh though when I went into town one of these days this week. Wednesday, was that Wednesday? Actually, I have no idea what day that was that we went in, and my son parallel parked, like practiced for a half hour. I don't know what day that was, to tell you the truth. I am confused on my days. But anyways, I ran into the post office for the one errand, and I had to laugh so hard because I struck up this conversation with this kind of handsome man, and like within a minute he worked in, well, my wife thinks, and it was funny that he did that. And I was laughing about it afterwards because I was like, you know why he did that, honey? Because you are one sexy bitch. And if you're ever talking to a guy and they have to throw in their wife, it's because you're hot. And they were like, yo, I just want to let you know I'm married. So I'm going to laugh about that. Like anytime like I get grouchy today, I'm going to laugh about that instance that I thought was really funny. Like when I was talking to that guy and he was, it was just totally, I was not coming on to him, you guys. It was just a casual post office line conversation. But yeah, if you're talking to a guy and he brings up his wife, like pretty deliberate and for no real reason, it's because you're hot. You are one sexy mama. And that husband noticed, so he had to remind himself he was married. So anyways, TGIF it all. We're going to do some card messages today. So see what color is resonating with you. red, orange, or yellow. Pick a pile, red, orange, or yellow. So let's give like one more shout out to our awesome herb of the week, golden seal. Let's do our affirmations and really be thankful with the great reminders that golden seal brought in for us, to take care of ourselves and do our healing work. Let go of the past. Be open to the gifts that are right here, right now. So whatever happened this week, golden seal's like, girls, that's the past. Golden seal is like, and let it go. So whatever happened last night, let it go. Whatever happened at the post office, let it go. Whatever happened at the dentist, let it go. Whatever happened with your tarot card reading, let it go. It's like you just have to keep on letting it all go. If it happened 10 years ago, let it go. If this was trauma when you were younger as a kid, let it go. Like, you just keep letting everything go so you can keep your eyes open in this now moment and see where the gifts are. But yeah, we have to keep on telling ourselves that the struggle is over. I am reborn. Okay, so even though my day totally started off a little bit wonky and I'm still finding my footing, it's like we can keep restarting as many times as we need to and we want to. All right, so anyways, golden seal, thanks so much. Dun, da, da, da. I love the golden seal affirmations. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our incredible herb of the week, golden seal. And I dedicate them all to you. Thank you. I am awake. I find the light of hope in my darkness. With patience, I care for myself and do my healing work. I keep my eyes open to gifts finding me, and I let go of past trauma. I am reborn. The struggle is over. The heart has won, and a new day has begun. I am awake. I find the light of hope in my darkness. With patience, I care for myself and do my healing work. I keep my eyes open to gifts finding me, and I let go of past trauma. I am reborn. The struggle is over. The heart has won, and a new day has begun. And so it is. All right, so pick a color, red, orange, or yellow. 1, 2, or 3. Red, orange, or yellow. Okay, so these are chakra cards. The red one is for the root chakra. So if you pick the color red, you're drawn to your root chakra today. The frequency of the root chakra, here I'm looking at the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies and as well as in the physical world. So let's see what cards you got if you pick the color red. So if you're really drawn to the color red. The other day when I was driving on another one of my errands, I think, to go pick up the ex-husband, I was on this back road and we had to stop because constructions, they're starting to do construction on the road and stuff. So there's this little town that we were stopped in. And I looked up on this porch and they had this lawn, their patio furniture had this awesome red and white fabric on the cushions. And I remember being like, oh, good red, right? Like sometimes like a good red is like such a happy color for me. I have red curtains in my kitchen and my youngest daughter hates them. But anyways, I always feel like it makes the kitchen look cute. Like the ugly kitchen looks cute with some red in it. So yeah, a little splash of red sometimes is so good. And I was telling you a couple weeks ago, I wore that beautiful red top. That was also a good red moment for me. All right, so 2, 4, 6. Well, we have our chakra card and then 6 other cards. So you're getting 7 cards today, including the color card. And so, yeah, if you're drawn to the color red today, do you need a little red in your life to stimulate passion or maybe support your sense of security? I just looked and saw 222, 20 poo. Like, are things just shit in your life right now? Do you need a little security that like everything's gonna figure itself out and be all right? And you know, ooh. So yeah, red is that root chakra, and that's all about security in our bodies and in the physical world. So our sense of security in this physical plane. And it also has to do with passion. All right, so you're going to get a flower whisper today, then a botanic whisper, then a soul flower, then a witch's kitchen, then a magical herb, and we'll end with a flower essence, a Bach remedy flower essence. Yeah, today does seem like a good day for a flower essence. It also might be a good day. I'm just going to put this out there for myself. I mean, have a cup of coffee and be fucking done with it. You know, like get the energy going. Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to get Javaed up. I need to hang out with Comfrey tonight and then like somehow miraculously do this podcast that I've dragged my feet for like 2 weeks, and then tomorrow miraculously do Golden Seal. We'll see, but I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, we ready to see your cards? Let's see. You get a botanic whisper and a botanic whisper and a flower whisper. So, oh, how awesome. So, your botanic whisper is cinnamon. So how cool is that with the root chakra in the red having cinnamon, and she's wearing a red satin shirt and her skirt is made out of cinnamon sticks, and she's just incredible. Holy good synchronicity. Cinnamon's all about comfort, protection, and home. And the negative attributes, oh my God, I just looked up at your flower whisper, and the negative attributes of cinnamon is exposed, irritation, and outsider, which is actually, I do have a bit of that going on today, complaining about feeling like a little bit of an outsider with ladies' night, which I really shouldn't, because these girls love me, so I just don't understand why they didn't celebrate my birthday. All right, so and then like that point when you throw in the dignity and just have your childish tantrum. Like, thanks a lot, you guys. And you know what else? They could have had a combo party for me, birthday and divorce party. Like, we could have really celebrated it up. But okay, fine. Okay, on top of cinnamon is your flower whisper, and it too is about comfort. That's what I was like, oh my God. It says a comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. Ooh, this is already so good. If you picked red, this is already so good, because it's like, hey, yeah, it is important to be physically comforted and protected and secure in this physical realm, but you don't just want to stay there. You need to go out and pursue your passions, right? So it's not just like, okay, great, your needs are met, but is that a good quality life? You know, it's like my poor rabbits. It's like, yeah, all their water, they have food, right? But like, do they have a good life? No, because they never get to go outside because my dogs will kill them, and they get too hot in the sun, and it's just like, I don't know, like nothing really grows if you don't pursue your passion. my rabbits weren't really the best example, but it's like, yeah, like you can, okay, fine, that you have a house over your head, you've got food and water and your toiletries and your basic need. You have everything you need. But if you don't pursue your passions, then is your soul going to expand? Are you going to feel fulfilled? Are you going to have a reason to get out of bed? So Cinnamon says, I feel safe, warm, and loved within my home. I leave the irritations of the outside world behind as soon as I cross the threshold. So our homes really should be our sacred place. Like I really should take Cinnamon's advice, and like I should never bring anything home with me, right? Ladies' night should have stayed at ladies' night. I should send that vibe back. Although it was funny to roll. I mean, it's funny to me. It's funny to me because I know I attract that experience, because I always feel like the outsider. So that's what the universe will deliver to me, right? It's the same thing with my podcast. I totally feel like the herbal community has not supported my podcast. And like there was an app the other day that was, it was like an ad somewhere. It was like saying like the best herbal podcast. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I wonder where mine is at on that list. It wasn't even on anywhere. It wasn't even on that page. Like, why? Because nobody toots the horn about this podcast, even though between this podcast and Herbal Marie, like we're creeping up on 50,000 views, and it's like, okay. The herbal community listens, but then doesn't like care. It's just really weird. And I know it's gotta be because I feel like an outsider. I know it has to be because we studied the laws of the universe last year, and I know that I reap what I sow, and that's just how it is. So until I clean up that energy, that's just what I'm gonna attract. A comfort zone is a beautiful place, as it should be. Your home should be a beautiful place. So if you picked red, you need to make sure that your home is something that has good energy in it, that you feel safe in, that like when you come in from the crazy world and you close the door, it's like, right? That's how I feel with my bed when I crawl in it at night. I'm just like, I love you. I love my bed, right? I can read a book, I can shuffle some cards, I can listen to music, sit back on the heating pad, put on my lamp, it's like the vibes are good, light a stick of incense, look at my plants. My plants look so beautiful at night under like the fake light. I don't know why, like during the day they're beautiful, but at night that green just really pops. Okay, so make sure your needs are being met, okay? And then you have that safe place, and then you can feel confident to venture out, pursue your passions, expand yourself, grow yourself. You don't just want to stay in your beautiful place. You want to have your beautiful place, your safe place, your security, but you don't need to like just be content with just that, because extreme contentedness leads to stagnancy. You don't want to become stagnant in your energy. You want to be constantly flowing the vibes. All right, so let's move on, because I think we covered that pretty good. I'm looking at the cinnamon card and I'm seeing the word irritation, and I'm like, yeah, we've already been talking about what irritates us today. TGIF it all, we got it. So let's see what soul flower wants to come in if you pick the color red today. If you pick the color red today, sweet. You've got nasturtium with vitality. So this is actually probably more oranges and yellows, but it complements the red so much. I just love that this is so matchy so far. So get this. What did I just say? Extreme contentedness can lead to stagnant energies because you don't strive for more. You start to almost feel lethargic in your safe, beautiful home, right? You have no energy to do anything. So nasturtium is coming in with vitality. So if you pick the color red, somehow you got the most perfect soul flower to go with it, because nasturtium is spicy and sensual, right? That is so root chakra. Nasturtium encourages your spiritual thinking self to come into balance with earthly physical reality. So if you pick the red card, apparently you got the physical reality to tend to. Are you feeling safe? Are you feeling protected? Are you in balance, right? We live in the physical world. Is your spiritual and thinking self in balance with your earthly physical reality? Right? Like, are you feeling grounded enough, or do you feel like your head's in the clouds? You're just like, I don't know, I'm almost so dizzy, right? Like, okay, you need to get grounded. You need to eat some potatoes and go outside and put your feet on the grass and venture out of your home and get outside. So vitality is nasturtium's message. She brings warmth and vitality into the practical experience of your daily life, motivating you into action as opposed to just thinking about it. No more procrastinating. So if you pick the color red today, you do need a little kick in the pants to get moving on your ideas, on your passions, on your projects, just on your basic to-do list. What do you need to get done today in the physical reality? Don't just think about it. No more procrastinating. It's time to do it. It's time to move it. And cinnamon is warming, and nasturtia is also bringing warmth and vitality with her spicy, sensual ways. So all this red energy so far has indeed been red energy, all these red cards. What are you wanting to pursue? Right? Get out of your comfort zone. Nothing ever grows there. It is a beautiful place, but you want to venture. You do. So what is it that you want to experience? And you are protected to do so. You've got this good anchoring now, right? So let's move on to the Witch's Kitchen card. Okay, so you're getting onion with a message of tears. Interesting. So if you pick the red card, you've got onion, and those are purple red onions. Are they called purple onions? Or I think people actually do call them red onions. So there's a bunch of red onions here. That's also funny. There's a jar of pickled onions. There's a sliced onion, chopped onion. There's a knife, sliced onion. I don't know are those onion seeds? There's some type of sauce. I don't know. There's a lot going on here in the Witch's Kitchen. I love the big old onion blooms that you find on the flowers. They're so beautiful. Those big purple globes. Those are awesome. So let me grab the Witch's Kitchen book and see what she says. So, Onion says, There, dry your tears. My strength will banish any fears. Eyes will sting, you'll start to weep. But onion magic is yours to keep. This magic is worked with harm to none. So mote it be, there it is done. So whatever has really shaken your feeling of protection or hurt you, right? Whatever that... Remember, cinnamon came in with that negative element, irritation. So it's like, hey, dry your tears, get over it. If it's something that, something that now you think it has given you fears, it's like, no, Onion's like, we're going to banish fears. We're going to make sure that you feel safe, right? We're going to make sure you feel security on this physical plane. And then this onion magic is yours to keep. So Nasturtium was talking about finding balance between spiritual thinking and then the physical, and Onion is saying your emotions seem to be running the show, and crying over spilt milk is not the answer in getting to the root of your sensitive outbursts. I had to emphasize that because red is the root chakra. So if you slice me in half, says Onion, my chemical irritant will certainly give you something to cry about. My defensive attack is familiar to any kitchen witch. But be brave and fight back the onslaught of teardrops unless you wish to season your meal with salty tears. Indeed, use my pungent, aromatic flavor to transform any dish, and after consumption, you will find that you have the power of banishment upon your very breath. I love it. Plant my bulbs around your property for protection. Slice me in two. Slide in the name of your perpetrator on a piece of paper and seal with a pin or two to banish harm. So if you want to do a little witchy spell, you got somebody who you're afraid of or is just rocking your security, or you just want to be banished, banish them or their negative vibes, slice an onion, write their name on the paper and put it in between the two halves of the onion, and then retie or repin the onion back together. Onion says, I'll soak up negativity, strengthen your immune system, and heal your wounds. And because I grow so quickly, I'm a wizard at accelerating the potency of fertility spells. Now, that's definitely not something to cry about. So, yeah, like, is there anything that is threatening your comfort that needs banished? Right? Okay, so that's something to think about. You can use onion raw for burns, insect stings, and small cuts. And here's a little history for you. Pliny the Elder, while traveling to Egypt, discovered that the Egyptians took oaths with their right hand on an onion. The ancient Egyptians saw onion rings as a symbol of eternity. Onions were placed over the eyes of the dead or were wrapped into the cloth of a mummy before it was placed into the tombs. I didn't know that, did you? All right, so allow onion, to banish what needs banished. If you eat some onion, you can have the power of banishment right on your breath. And onion also is saying, listen, these tiny irritations that you're crying about in your life, listen, go get an onion and slice it in half, and I'll give you something to cry about. Onion's basically just calling us out on our bullshit. All right, our magical herb for the red root chakra, if you pick the color red, is valerian with acceptance. Now, this is a very cute because, I've only noticed white valerian growing where I'm at, but on this card, the buds look pinkish and almost reddish. So, of course, I'm going to point that out because you picked the color red. Now, valerian has a message for you that kind of is just perfect for after onion and tears, which is acceptance. So it's like, just accept these stupid irritations that you have. And Nasturtium is saying, yeah, and don't let it stop you, okay? We're going to get you balanced. We're going to get you motivated. And you're not going to procrastinate anymore. However, it is going to require a certain amount of acceptance, like, okay, I am where I am, and I've got this much to do, and these idiots are up my ass, and okay, fine, let's go. It's like you just accept where you are and then keep on trucking. So you've got valerian with acceptance. And then your final card is vervain, number 31, and she is all sorts of purple. She does have a reddish peach skirt on. So you did, for picking red, you got a lot of red in these cards. And Vervain message for you is, your enthusiasm is a sacred fire. Respect it and nurture it carefully. In this way, neither you nor others will burn with the flames of your passion. Tame the fire to heat the earth. Okay, so nasturtium was talking about passion, right? Cinnamon's very passionate. Red root chakra, passion, right? Nasturtium was also talking about getting you motivated to following your passion. Even your flower whisper saying you got to get out of your comfort zone. So make sure that, you get your fire going. But then Vervain's like, and don't burn anybody though, okay? Don't burn anybody with your flames of your passion. And you don't want to burn yourself either. So this isn't like, hey, get going and be crazy. I guess this message is, if you've been feeling stagnant, get it going. You don't need to do anything but have a tempered flame, right? You don't have to get motivated to the point of being guns blazing. You don't have to do anything like that, but you do need to get moving. Get up off your ass and follow your passions, but yet kind of just go at it, at a decent place. Tame the fire to heat the earth. Your enthusiasm is a sacred fire. Respect it and nurture it carefully. So yeah, get it going. Don't let it get out of hand. I just want to go back to Valerian real quick. I know the red color is getting along. I always take the longest with the first pile, I think. So Valerian does say though about that acceptance. The message from Valerian says, a situation may not be able to be changed, so you would be far better off looking for the tools and ways of working that suit what life has set before you. There could be a silver lining you have not considered or thought possible, and maybe this is because you have been overwhelmed, surprised, or detracted from the real heart of an issue. Make sure you rest or withdraw if needed, and take a little extra time if you are planning anything or need to make a decision. So it's kind of like a two-part, almost contradictory message, but it is all about balance. It's like, okay, if you've been overwhelmed, that you need to get anchored in your security, in your home, in your comfort place, and feel safe and loved and warm as soon as you walk in with your home. Leave the irritations, leave the onions of the world outside your door. Don't let the onions of the world follow you home, right? So to make sure you're starting off from this good place, and have this sanctuary. However, don't just stay there, right? You want to follow your dreams, you want to follow your passions, and make sure you're doing it in a balanced way, so that one, your flame doesn't go out, and two, your flame doesn't burn you down and everyone else. Okay, so like fire is very interesting. It's like, to keep it just kind of going, but not let it get out of control. Like that's an art form, and that's something that you need to learn how to do in your life as well. Be able to keep the fire from going out, yet don't let the fire overtake everything. So anyways, that's the messages. If you picked red, from Vervain, Valerian, Onion, Nasturtium, and Cinnamon. Alright, I just was yelling at Zen to quit snoring over there. I told him if he's going to be snoring to go upstairs. I wonder if the red pile was my pile because I'm so irritated with everyone. Even the dog snoring. Aww. Alright. He's like laughing at me. Like his eyes are open, his tail's wagging. He's like, I'm not even listening to you. He loves me unconditionally and I appreciate it. Okay. Orange. Did you pick orange? All right, this is the sacral chakra, number 2. It's in second card, second pile. The frequency of the sacral chakra. The orange flower of life that's on this card supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. So if you picked orange, are you kind of like, do you kind of have that abundance mindset in place, or does it need to be in place? Like sometimes it is in place for me, but obviously it's not. I need it to be. You know, it's really, really interesting. Like orange is one of the most like unliked colors. It's not like a popular color, but I went through when I was younger, probably like 19, 20, I was in love with the color orange, really. And then I sort of broke up with orange when I fell in love with red. Okay. And I really never went back to orange. Like truly. It doesn't even appeal to me anymore. Like I don't even like orange things. I'm looking around. Like maybe like my pink Himalayan salt lamps are as orange as it gets in here. But yet I need more orange in my life. But that just, it's funny to me that I'm not attracted to it anymore. But I know for a fact, like for a couple years, I loved the color orange. All right. So manifesting success, manifesting abundance, flowing with our desires, and stimulating our creative power. That's what orange is here to do for you today. So let's see what your Botanic Whisper and Flower Whisper are. Okay, so you did not get an orange Botanic Whisper, but there is definitely a lot of orange up in the illustration of the Flower Whisper. So let's start with the orange flower then. Let us be grateful to those who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. So yeah, I mean, if you want more abundance in your life, you really do need to be grateful. And so orange is coming in and the sacral is coming in to say, be grateful for the beautiful people that you do have in your life. They are the charming gardeners who make your souls blossom. So your Botanic Whisper is green. It's very green. It's pine. You got pine with, if you pick the orange color. Now, pine is all about sacred unity, honor, and wisdom. It's like in the pine, there's a deva who has native decorative chest thing. She's got paint on her face, but she's got like a beaded chest plate and necklace kind of. And she says, when I wisely seek to find common ground with those I would otherwise consider enemies, I discover peace. So yeah, so far, if you picked orange, you definitely have a few issues with people. Is this my pile too? So yeah, like if you are seeing other people as, you know, not friends, enemies, frenemies even, like that is the worst too, because like, you know, it's like, I'll just use my ladies at ladies night. Like I love them, I think they're beautiful, but like I don't know if they're like my real friends. Do you know what I mean? Or do they talk about me behind my back? I think they probably talk about everybody behind each other's back. But you know, it's like a couple of them are pretty in their egos and they're well-to-do. And if I see them on the street, are they going to be my friends, or we just hang out at ladies' night? Because y'all didn't celebrate my birthday, so I don't even really know if we're friends. And I can safely say that because I know they fucking don't listen to my podcast. All right, so can I turn everyone into a friend? No enemies. Nobody's my enemy. Except maybe my ex-husband, but even him, he is not my enemy, because, you know, he's not out to get me, because if he was, he could have already put me down, you know? So, in your life, is there any themes of darkness or war Or is there just this fairy tale that, like, you always have a nemesis and someone out to get you? What if you can find common ground? What if you can do that in your life? Well, if you could do that, you would discover peace. You might even be able to feel gratitude and appreciation for them. They might even turn into a charming gardener of your life. And I'll tell you what will else happen if you can do that, is if you cannot be using anyone as your excuse to have negative energy in your life, well, your energy is going to clean up to the point where you can manifest more success and abundance in our life. And I know the ego right away is saying, hey, let my haters hate me. They're just, bringing me more attention. They're free advertising. And that's fine if you want to look at it that way. But as long as you're not being bothered by your haters. So even if you do have haters in your life, or people who are critical and talk shit about you, it's like, great, you'll just get some free advertising for your business. But don't let it infuse into you. Don't let it disturb your peace. So have that honor and that wisdom that you do see everyone as connected. Unity consciousness. You know that that's just another aspect of source. That's just another aspect of you. So let us be grateful for all people, especially the ones that make us happy and have help our souls blossom. But actually, let's just be grateful for everybody, because they trigger us sometimes, but that is just a reflection showing where we need to do our healing work and we need to grow up and get over it. So pine is a beautiful message of discovering peace when you can find common ground with everyone. Your soul flower, if you pick the color orange, is chamomile. All right, so this is a message of stability. So even on a cloudy day, the sun is shining. It is just obscured. Chamomile reminds you that even when faced with challenges and difficulties, your soul's warmth, serenity, and equanimity is always present within, soothing and calming, helping you weather any storm in a relaxed, harmonious state. So pine was saying to discover peace, and same with chamomile. It's saying go within to discover stability, serenity, equanimity, calmness, your warmth, that you can get through these challenges. So it's like, hey, even if somebody does present themselves as an enemy or a challenge, you can just weather it. You can weather that little storm in a relaxed, harmonious state. So yeah, if you picked orange, you got chamomile coming in to tell you to chill out and get into that. If you're inside, not letting people disturb your peace, you can get into those good feelings, and you can handle whatever. So let's see if the Witch's Kitchen, what it has to say. What are we handling? You got garlic with a message of repel. So yeah, if you pick the color orange, you might be experiencing some things that you wish would leave you alone, some people, some challenges, some storms in your life, people you just really would like. It's like, yeah, I see the common ground, now get the F away from me. I love you, now leave me alone. Fine, I see you as part of humanity and an expression of source just like me. Now be gone with you. All right, so garlic is coming in for the second pile with a message of repel. Garlic says, garlic breath will sure repel unwelcome guests through pungent smell. Place a string of bulbs around your neck or over threshold to protect. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be. There it is done. So Yeah, if you do feel like there is somebody really that does not have your best interests, yeah, you coming from a calm place is good. You feeling like they're not gonna disturb your peace is good, but also stringing a ball of garlic around your neck is also good. Like, really, if you really want someone to leave you alone, eat a bunch of garlic. So that's funny. Whether you picked pile number 1 or pile number 2, you can use the power of your stank ass breath to repel and get rid of whatever's irritating you. So, garlic's guidance: when you are feeling vexed by unwanted and all consuming energies, it's time to invite some raw garlic into your kitchen. Sprinkle me in dishes and place me above your door, in poppets or around your neck. I will rid you of malevolent spirits, demonic possession, and anyone who is draining your life force. My history is steeped in Eastern European folklore, although I go back much further than that, having been used as medicine and as a charm to repel evil by the ancient Egyptians. My anti-inflammatory properties protect the heart, so take capsules of me daily to assist with any blood pressure and cholesterol concerns and to boost the function of your immune system. To stimulate blood flow and incite arousal, eat me raw if you dare, and ingest my pungent, aromatic, and aphrodisiac powers to invoke a night of stimulated passion. So literally, you could juice garlic for any type of colds or infections. Put fresh garlic through a garlic press, make some garlic puree, and just sort of squeeze out some of the juice, and then use the pulp to flavor foods. So yeah, Egyptian again. The Egyptian workers were said to eat garlic to build up strength to build the pyramids, and garlic powder was sprinkled on altars and doorways for protection and as an offering to the triple goddess Hecate. Anyways, so there we go. I was just saying last night at ladies' night I needed to eat more garlic. That is funny because maybe I instinctively knew with those girls I needed to take a week and eat some garlic. I'm going to show up next week just stankin' garlic around my neck and just, what's up? Time to test these people out. Are they my true friends or not? But you know what? It's really only our definition of the people in our lives, whether they're our friends or enemies, and we can change our perspective at any point. And yeah, if we just want to, repel everybody, let's eat some fresh garlic. I'm there. I'm with you. We'll do it. And apparently it's, according to this book, garlic is an aphrodisiac. What do you think about that? I don't know. All right, let's see what your magical herb. Okay, this is damn funny. You guys. You got parsley. So after you eat all that garlic, now it's time to eat some parsley. Parsley does have a message of attraction. So without a doubt now, if you pick the color orange, you are definitely dealing with people. And I am saying that could be positive or negative, or maybe somewhere in the middle. But you are attracting some characters into your life. So first and foremost, you do have to get your energy into alignment and see what you're putting out and see what you're attracting. But then also, just know that it's just so funny that right after garlic is parsley. It's number 4, attraction. So parsley says someone or something is going to hold your attention and tempt you. It is also likely you will find yourself the focus of someone else's attention. There are other opportunities coming along soon, so don't be dissuaded by any setbacks, as a bigger picture is about to emerge. Something may end, but it will make way for a needed change and better times ahead. better luck and happiness is around, and there are indications of a sort of rebirth that is greatly empowered. That is greatly empowered, hardier, and more successful than before. Romance is also suggested because you've been eating all that horny garlic. All right, so anyways, though, parsley is saying exactly what the sacral chakra was saying about stimulating your creative power to manifest success and abundance. So don't get discouraged by any setbacks or distractions right now. Like, good things are coming. So it's like, maybe like look at what you're attracting now, but then reaffirm to yourself, but I am improving my energy. I am, forgiving these turds and seeing them as my friends, and I am starting to, get more balance within me. So I believe that I am attracting success and abundance and good things in my life. So there's something really good right around the corner. Don't settle for anything right this sec, right? Just be in your stability right now. Like chamomile, pine, garlic, those are great anchoring and stable and calm essences and plants and herbs. It's like garlic gets that immune system strong, makes you very healthy, gets your blood pressure and cholesterol balance. Chamomile's relaxing, calmness, warmth, equanimity. Pine is very honorable, right? It's not like flying off the handle. This deva is very wise and connected to the sacredness. So really get into that type of place. Allow to yourself to use your powers of attraction to bring forth what you do want. And garlic is also saying, and to repel that which you don't want. So it's like, okay, so say you do have somebody or some people that you're just like, oh my God, what the hell? The more attention you give to the, oh my God, what the hell, the more you just attract them to you. So it's like, only really be giving your attention to that which you do want, to those charming gardeners that you love to have in your life. Celebrate the people that you love, and really try to not put too much more energy into the people that you don't prefer or that you could perceive as enemies. Like, whatever you give your attention to, parsley is saying that's what you're going to keep attracting. So yeah, is fun to bitch about that guy. It's fun to bitch about your ex-husband, Sade, but if you keep on putting the spotlight on him, you basically keep magnetizing that experience to you again and again and again. So it's just time for us to learn this. And our flower essence, if you pick the second pile, the orange pile, it is rock water. And there's water and rocks and a beautiful lady laying in a blue dress, like on some brownish, golden brownish pillows. Or is she actually on the rocks? Oh, she might be on the rocks. I just couldn't tell because she was zoomed in. So maybe she's, like, it almost seems like she's in her bed, but maybe she is laying on rocks and she just looks really comfortable on the rocks. It's number 27. Here's the message for you. The world is a symphony of brilliant, delicate, subtle, shaded, bold, pure, and blended colors. Abandon the illusion of having found the best color, because it simply does not exist. Every flower, every moment, every situation presents different colors. Enjoy the beauty of the universe and open yourself up to the pleasures of life. So yeah, when I do look back over your cards, you do have all the colors, truly. I mean, yeah, it's the orange pile and the flower whisper. There's orange, but there's also pink and burgundy and green and blue, and pine is very, very green with some yellow, and chamomile is very, very yellow with some green and white, and there's white in the garlic as well as all these other colors in the witch's kitchen, and there's a little chamomile. How about a chameleon down there at the bottom of the card beside the garlic soft gel capsule. And there's a garlic toast. I see that. And parsley is green with that white, there's like a horseshoe magnet to it that matches the running water and rock water with all the browns and blue. So yes, there is no perfect color. There is no perfect friend. There's no perfect person. There's no perfect experience. They're all different. They're all valuable. They're all good. You could enjoy them all. You could literally enjoy all the moments, even the less than perfect moments. Just enjoy things for what they are. Observe more. Say, okay, I'm going to observe what I've attracted today and enjoy it, and really start to just enjoy yourself more and more and more. And then as you focus on the elements that you are enjoying, then you will attract more things to enjoy, right? So as you get into that mindset, the abundance mindset, you're grateful for what you have. And so then the universe is like, oh, you like feeling grateful for what you have. Well, here's some more good stuff to be grateful for. And then you can define your entire life as success. Like, everything I do is a success because I'm stable and I'm calm and I enjoy myself. And even the storms, I even like the storms because I'm so harmonious, right? I have peace within me all the time. That is abundance. That is wealth. That is success. I have beautiful people in my life. Even the people that aren't so beautiful are still interesting. And even the ones that aren't interesting, well, there's something about them that you could find to appreciate. So yeah, Rockwater wants you to know that your world really is a symphony of brilliant colors, of subtle colors, of shaded and blended colors, everything. You just got a little bit of everything, right? So don't get so caught up on only having the best friends. Enjoy all the friends, enjoy all the acquaintances, enjoy all the strangers that come off as friendly, right? Just enjoy everybody, every moment, every situation, every flower. Everything just offers you something different. And so, yeah, this reality is very abundant like that. So you can enjoy the beauty of the universe, and you can really start to open up yourself with the color of orange, right? With the ability to flow, with your creative power. You can open up yourself to the pleasures of life. And then you'll be able to manifest success and abundance and charming gardeners who make your soul blossom. All right, last pile, the third pile, if you picked the color yellow. And this one, to me, like when I look at the red and the orange and the yellow, like the yellow is the most she's gorgeous. She's yellow with white. It's the flower of life. The frequency of this solar plexus chakra, this brilliant yellow, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. So that is the vibe of the yellow. Whew. I think if you pick the third pile, you're in a better place than the first. Second pile, right? But hey, you are where you are. And I swear to God, like every day, maybe even sometimes in between, during the day, I'm like jumping piles. I'm like, oh my God, I got my shit together. I'm amazing. I'm so wise. And then like next moment, I'm like, I'm a dumb bitch, just totally manifesting bullshit. And then, after that, I'll like jump into a pile where I'm like, it's cool. I'm at peace. Like, I love everybody. I like to visit all the piles. So anyways, this is the yellow. This is the solar plexus. And yeah, it does really feel good to have a sense of self, to know your personal power, to have access to willpower and be able to use it for your highest good, for who you are, and also use it for the highest good of the all and start making valuable contributions to the whole. All right, so let's see what cards you got. And then, yeah, I have this fantasy that I'm going to drive into the Sheetz into the gas station and get myself a coffee. I don't know if I will or not. But I do need to get gas. But I might just go to more of a rinky-dink gas station. Support the little guy on the other end of town. All right, since I'm headed in that direction anyways. Screw you, Sheetz. TGIF it all, even you. So if you picked yellow, you got a beautiful Botanic Whisper, a beautiful essential oil, one of my favorite, myrrh. You got myrrh. And she is orangey brown. There is some yellow golden light as she's cupping the myrrh tree in her hand. Like, she's cupping this miniature myrrh tree, and it looks like the myrrh tree has like the golden Christed crown around its tree head. So myrrh is coming in with a message of beginning, ending, and offering. And the negative attributes could be unconscious, foolish, unholy. But the affirmation is, I offer gratitude for the sacred truth that there are no true endings, only new beginnings. So yeah, all endings are actually just more beginnings. So that's an interesting concept. The only thing that it brought up in my mind instantly was I was listening to an Archangel Michael audiobook on YouTube the other night, and it's almost, he wasn't saying like to get excited or like strive for death, but you should be excited and reassured to know that death is nothing more than a doorway. It's just a new fresh start, a new beginning. So we should not be fearing death at all. There is no such thing as ending, only new beginnings. Your flower whisper says, love is the flower you've got to let grow. Love is the flower you've got to let grow. So myrrh has her hands up as an offering, right? So let your offering today not actually be TGIF at all, but you need to be offering love. So yeah, if you can rise above, and really start to know like, hey, I know who I am. I am the love. I am the light. I am the truth. I am. And I offer you all love. I offer love because I am love. Love is the flower you've got to let grow. So yeah, are you acting unholy, or are you in tune with who you truly are? That sacred truth, that you are divine. And that really is what I am tapping into more and more and more. That's why it was so upsetting last night to me that I did fall into my ego, and I woke up with my JB too. I went out last night and had a one night stand with my JB again because I don't know, she just needed to come in because maybe I still need to do some healing work with her and say, listen, honey, you don't have to be this judgmental bitch anymore, because you are so much more than that. You are part of me, and I am divine, and I know who I am, and I know I am love, and I don't want to be casting disdain on anybody. I want to be offering love, right? That is my personal power of knowing who I am. That is my sense of self. So the soul flower you got, if you chose the color yellow, is Bleeding Heart, with a message of independence. So Bleeding Heart helps you to recognize and strengthen the true source of your heart's power. It is impossible to sustain directing all your loving energy to external sources, or equally to rely on external sources to sustain you. Fill your strong, independent heart from within so that you may offer love even when brokenhearted. So if you pick the third pile, yellow, you definitely have a message of offering love and love offering. Let love be the flower that you always let grow. You never weed it out. You let it grow in your life and in your garden. And even if someone comes and tramples you and your heart's broken and you're offended, you're still going to radiate out love because that is who you are. And because you are radiating it from a place that is filled from within, filled from source, you're not looking for external validation or external attention or external birthday parties, because you're already having your own birthday party inside of you. You're already filling up from the well of source. That is your solar plexus chakra. You know who you are. You are powerful. You know that you are divine and you are anchored in that. So yeah, that's just what you do. I am love. I give love. I shine love. I offer love to all because I am love and I'm made from love, and I keep on. It's like you don't even have to let it get depleted. I was going to say I keep refilling my love from source, but it's like if you just let it flow constantly, it never empties out. So think about that. Your witch's kitchen is chili pepper. Ferocity, like ferocious, but ferocity. So you got this like serious heat. Wow. There's like a cast iron dish with something that looks very tomatoey and spicy. Tacos. There's a taco. There's red peppers, yellow peppers, green peppers, jalapeno peppers, habanero peppers. There's a green frog on a jalapeno. There's a lot going on. There's dried peppers, red pepper seed flakes. Oh my gosh, there's long skinny peppers hanging from the top of the card. There's a black cat, of course. There's all types of stuff in the witch's kitchen. And chili pepper says, string me up, keep me raw. Intense spice could make you soar. Face the heat, fight fire with fire. Fierce emotions need desire. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. So chili pepper's guidance says to tap into that untamed primordial behavior you have been suppressing. Your savage side screams for you to be raw and unrestrained and to acknowledge your most vehement instincts. Never apologize for being assertive or for striking out to achieve what you want. You have permission to be brutal as you focus on your desires and goals. Well, this seems a little contradictory to offering love, but anyways, for the only way to beat the competition and to win right now is to be ruthless. All right, so chili pepper is known as a demon spice. She says, I will spice up your life with my intense, powerful pungency. Fights, arguments, and violence challenge your emotions, and ferocious behavior could leave you red with anger. Feel the intensity of my heat as I spread picante warmth over every aspect of your life. Feel the burn, baby. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that was a plot twist in the middle of your reading. So it's like, yeah, you do want to be offering love, but there's another part of you that wants to fight fire with fire and to heat everything up and be outspoken and yeah, my goodness, just go get what you want. If you see what you want, go get it. So anyways, chili pepper really is good for pain relief, nasal congestion, and boosting the immunity. And yeah, it is certainly spicy. You either love hot, spicy foods or you don't. It does open you up, make your sinuses open right up. I'm going to move on to the next herb because I'm not sure like what's going on here. The magical herb that you got is elecampane, which is progress. So that to me makes me think, okay, so you may be accustomed to acting like a chili pepper, but sometimes in your life, how does that work for you when you go guns blazing, your flamethrower into the conversation? How does that work for you? Or would you love a little gentle love to temper this? I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you. But elecampane is coming in with a message of progress. So it's like you having the yellow, the solar plexus, the willpower, the free will, the power to choose. It's like you kind of are sort of faced with which are you going to offer? Do you want to offer love, or do you want to offer flaming love, right? Like, so try to make it all love, but like, what's in your best interest? What's helping you progress? Elecampane is coming in kind of like to say like, well, which one do you choose? Let me read her message. It's time for you to take responsibility and may also be a period of hard work. Dedication is needed at the moment, or an increase in your commitment. You are being told that you are on the right path and doing things the right way. Go with the tried and tested way rather than changing plans or approaches. Be very careful with promises and commitments you might be asked to make at this moment, and be sure you can keep them before making them. Make sure you complete any tasks or assignments you are involved with. So elecampane is used in protection, love, and psychic abilities. I just want to mention that. But, as you commit to things in your life, it really is going to be up to you. Do you go with the chili pepper, or do you go with the bleeding heart and myrrh? It's going to be, hey, if you've always gone into a meeting feeling like a hot chili pepper and that's really worked for you, I guess keep on going and doing that. But if you feel like you need to fill up your energy from a different source, a more gentle source, then do that as well. Let's see if your flower essence clears up anything. You got oak, number 22. Oak. So oak to me is always about strength. Let me grab the book here. Oak is always about strength. So this little lady, she's got like a shoulderless purple gown, like prom gown looking thing on. Either that or just a bed sheet wrapped around her. It's hard to tell because she's standing behind the oak branch and the oak leaves. But her arms, put your arms up and put both your hands behind your head or on your back of your neck. She's standing doing this. So I don't feel like she's fighting, because her head's even kind of cocked towards her one arm. She's just kind of like just taking it all in, and she feels like safe enough to be, she don't have her fists up in front of her or nothing, you know what I mean? So maybe it's like, as you let the flowers of love grow in your life, as you kind of are offering more love, you're being strengthened by love. You don't have to feel like you have to be so aggressive. But let's read from the book. Who knows? Maybe oak will say you need to punch people in the face. I have no idea. Let's see what it says. Oak says, you are strong and persevering. Tenacity is your best quality, even if you don't always realize it. Now you can loosen the reins. Stop fighting the life flow and the true needs of your soul. Enjoy flexibility. So it's like, what are the true needs of your soul? Does your soul need to be blasted with ferocious chili pepper? Or does your soul want strong, independent, love, life source, right? Do you want, I just really feel like maybe the chili pepper is saying, hey, you can always choose that. You've done that. You have that potential. You really, really do. And sometimes it's good, especially like if you're, like if you're not feeling the fire in your life, sometimes like that broken heart, maybe you do need a wild night. You need a good old Taco Tuesday, hot tamale type of dinner that makes your face sweat and your nose drip. And, it's like, remove all blockages, remove the pain, remove the broken-hearted pain. But essentially, it's going to be your free will choice with the solar plexus chakra and the Ella campaign to choose what is best for your progression. You are strong. You are tenacious. I mean, you can persevere. You can give love out even when your heart is broken. You are incredible. You are amazing. You are absolutely holy. You are absolutely love. But yeah, even the most loving people can certainly turn the love up to the point where, it chokes people up and burns their eyes. But you know what? It's like, I don't know, Chili Pepper's like, sometimes you need to do that. I mean, Bleeding Heart's all about independence. So is the solar plexus, right? Knowing who you are. Yes, knowing what you contribute to the whole, making sure that you stick with your commitments, you stick with your projects, you are lined up with your purpose. But Chili Pepper's like, but you know what? I'm here to help heal that pain and that brokenheartedness. And also, Oak says to be flexible. And Chili Pepper's like, if you're in pain and your joints hurt, you're not going to be able to kick back like that. So don't condemn me, Chili Pepper says. You need me. You need me to numb your pain and make your joints more flexible and help heal you up with my fire. So yeah, even though the message was like, go get what you want and really almost be like violent about it and aggressive, I would, check yourself. Of course, that's always your right. You can always maybe do that. But yeah, if you pick the yellow pile, there is a bigger message for you to really cultivate love in the garden of your life and really fill up from source and really fill up within, because then you really are going to be able to progress. There's a ladder in the back of the Ella campaign picture. So you're going to be able to go up the ladder of ascension much more confidently if you're full of love and stability. Yeah, you can get a blast of Chili Pepper, fire, aggression, and you might get up a rung or two, but are you going to be able to maintain that? So, do what keeps you going, like, for the long run. And filling up from love within will sustain you till the end of time. It truly, truly will. I mean, enjoy your Chili Pepper Taco Tuesday nights. But really make sure that you are not looking externally for your love, validation, or energy, and making sure that you are keeping yourself full and sustained so that you can keep on offering love and never get depleted. You can be very, very strong. You can be the oak. So Oak, Ella campaign, Chili Pepper, Bleeding Heart, and Myrrh, knowing that the sacred truth is that there are no true endings, only new beginnings. So as you go up to the next step on the ladder and the next step and the next step, it's not like you're ending, you're just beginning. So keep on moving forward in the name of love, with the energy of love, and knowing who you are and what your contribution to the whole is. But yeah, please be contributing love. All right, well, I love Chili Pepper because it's like, yeah, you can always be a bitch, but wouldn't you rather be a lover? But it's like JB, ego inside, she's like, I don't know. Can I get back to you on that one? So anyways, we made it till Friday. Thanks so much for hanging out. with me this week. Thanks so much for hanging out with Golden Seal with me this week and all the things that we do. Everything we do here at Ho is with the intention of doing our healing work, raising our vibration, staying on the path, and of course, entertaining ourselves. That's my favorite, just helping stay interested in life with, insight and purpose and some good laughs and hanging out with the herbs. So anyways, I do really, really appreciate you so much, and I hope you have an awesome weekend and, really get outside, get grounded, fill yourself up with all those good vibes and radiate that out. So yeah, if you're not feeling the good vibes, check yourself, be like, oh geez, I need to go fill up from source ASAP, and do that. Get yourself back where you need to be so we can all of us can keep on making progress within our lives and feeling better and better and better. All right, you guys, on that note, so much love to you. Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go.